York Times side. Staying alive was no job. Had second hands. Moms bounced on old men. So then we moved to Shallon.
Welcome back, YouTube family. This is about my 10th take of this commentary, so if I stutter or anything of the sort, just bear with me. I just want this to be as raw as possible, just real and open with you guys. So if you follow me on Instagram, which is also Flex Fitness, you'll know that I've been talking about, big plans coming in the near future and stuff like that, and I want you all to know that even though it was, I haven't revealed it to you guys yet, I'm not joking. I have been in the works with, really setting up my life and doing what I can now to be where I want to be later. And I think with this video, it's time to announce the big reveal, and that's that I have been signed on as a sponsored athlete with Paragon Fitwear, an apparel line that I have followed and loved on Instagram for a long time. Really good stuff, a brand name that's on the up and coming. And I truly believe is a clothing line that will be the face of the industry in the near future. So I am super honored to have been approached and offered a sponsorship with them. And if any of you like the shirt I'm wearing right now, and there's plenty more, go on their website, paragonfitwear.com. Use the discount code BRETTC. I'll put it in the description for 10% off your order, and it helps you and it helps me as well. So with this sponsorship, I wanted to kind of get into the whole deal around sponsorships, and I know it's a very confusing topic to talk about. So, a lot of people want to know, how do I get a sponsorship? How do I market myself? How do I bring myself out to the public as much as possible? And the first point that I really want to emphasize is what I like to call breaking your shell. And breaking your shell means if you're introverted, if you fear putting yourself out there, drop it. And I know that's a hard thing to do right off the bat, but you need to be as sociable and outgoing as possible. People like this are very appealing to companies. Do not be afraid to talk to people you've never talked to before. Expose yourself in ways that you've never exposed yourself before. So on various forms of social media, through print, through video, through just networking with people at your gym, any way possible. Throw yourself out there into the mix in as many different branches as possible. Instagram isn't the only way of, getting yourself noticed. There are so many different ways. Talk to people, networking, just leaving a name, leaving an impression on everybody that you meet. You'll never know when that'll come back around to really benefit you in the long run. So for sure, break out of your shell, and just don't be afraid to dive into into methods of social exposure that you've never really been accustomed to in the past. My second point, which is something that I myself had trouble with for a very long time, was don't be afraid to rely on personal friends and family for exposure and networking and social growth. So for example, I believed for the longest time that using family as a route of, gaining followers and gaining exposure was almost selling yourself out and the easy way out. But I found that that's not the case at all. You never know who knows who. And what I mean by that was people in your gym, relatives, friends. You never know who knows someone who could be of potential benefit to you. They say that it's not always 100% what you do, but also who you know. So in that sense, what I mean is that don't be afraid to use people who you know on a personal level as valuable resources and assets to gain a social following, to develop yourself as a brand, a label, a business. Because that's exactly what you are as a fitness entrepreneur, or any entrepreneur in that sense. You are your own label. You have to build yourself from the ground up. And it is such a wise form of marketing to just, and so simple at that, to just talk to people, brainstorm with others, enlighten and educate others about your vision, your aspirations, and what you wish to become. So an example for me personally was I wasn't really telling my family about my whole Flex Fitness and my business because I didn't think that it was something that they could help me with. You know, neither of them are really fitness-oriented people in the sense of their business. So I believed, you know, why tell them when it's not going to help me? But I did decide to share my goals and my vision and where I am so far with my stepfather in particular recently. And to my surprise, he told me that he is close friends with a professional bodybuilding coach and former professional bodybuilder himself. I will not disclose his name for privacy reasons, but I was surprised and, to be honest, over the moon, ecstatic about the fact that I had, you know, just talked to one person and already gained a resource in this man who I am now soon to be in contact with and will potentially have as a coach and mentor in the next few years to come. So talk to everyone, be open to the possibility of letting others help you. Don't shut doors from the start, you know. Keep your mind open, don't be narrow-minded, and just be willing to you know, hear advice from others and take guidance from others, because you never know who has that valuable piece of information that could potentially be the make or break for you in the future as a business and on a personal level. My final point was to simply show passion. Don't just push a product, don't just push a brand for the sake of gaining followers, gaining money, or progressing in general. Any company looking to sponsor or followers in general can so easily sift out those who are simply looking for gain and growth versus those who are truly passionate about what they do, who they are, and what they wish to be. There's such a big difference between a fitness Instagrammer and a fitness Instagrammer who really wishes to change others. So many people, you know, post in their captions that, you know, they love seeing themselves inspire others and they're in this to change others and to change lives, but, you know, once that money starts showing up, suddenly that motivation to inspire others is gone. And it's unfortunate. And so that's what I mean in the sense that companies will look for individuals who are genuine, who are truly determined and inspired to better themselves and others at all costs and at all times. So breathe what you do, eat what you do, sleep what you do. And as cliche as that sounds, it is such a valuable lesson in life. Stand behind what you do and truly inspire others. Apparel companies or sub companies aren't looking for someone who's just looking for a free shirt. They're looking for someone who wishes to inspire at all costs, at all times. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
Turn the fuck up.